Campaign funds to a company owned by someone she was apparently having an affair with. She's not alone in this, as we just said. Adam Andrzejewski is CEO of OpenTheBooks, which recently released a report on corruption in Congress. We had this conversation about it.
You all spent a fair amount of time systematically trying to track corruption here in Washington. Give us some examples of what you found.
So what we did, Tucker, is we mashed up 5 years with the federal government checkbook expenditures with the congressional campaign donor disclosures. And what we found was that powerful members of Congress are soliciting for campaign cash from federal contractors that are based in their district. So here's how it works. Federal contractors are giving up to, they're giving hundreds of thousands of dollars of campaign cash, and they're getting millions, if not billions of dollars out of the federal checkbook on contracts and grants.
Oh, so you give me money and then I send you in return taxpayer money.
So here's a specific example. Out in Connecticut, you've got the powerful ranking Democrat member on House Ways and Means, John Larson. And his #1 campaign contributor is United Technologies, a Fortune 100 company, a defense contractor based in his district. And the affiliates of United Technology have given Larson, over the course of his career, $377,000 worth of campaign donations. They're his #1 campaign donor. Just a couple of months ago, Larson was bragging that he brought 90 of the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter military jets in the latest budget proposal back to United Technology. An affiliate of theirs makes their engine. The president only wanted 78 of those jets. Each one of those F-35s costs the American taxpayer $100 million. So an extra 12 jets, that's $1.2 billion. And guess what, Tucker? John Larson owns the stock of United Technologies.
Yeah, this is how we lose wars, actually, is when defense procurement is, designed to enrich politicians rather than strengthen the armed forces. You have some Republican examples.
We found. So a prominent and powerful Republican is out in Oklahoma, and he sits on the Appropriations Committee. His name is Tom Cole. And the #1 campaign contributor of Tom Cole is actually the Chickasaw Nation. Through their affiliates and through the nation directly, and their executives and their employees, they have put in $258,000 into Cole's campaign committee, the #1 contributor all time to him. They have reaped, in the past 5 years, $700 million worth of federal grants. These are taxpayer subsidies into the nation. They've also received $500,000 worth of surplus military equipment out of the Pentagon. They've received military rifles, thermal sights. They've also received mine detecting sets and mine-resistant vehicles, Tucker.
Now, are there, and I'm not as familiar with the geography of Oklahoma as I probably should be, but is there a big mine problem in Oklahoma?
I don't know if there's going to be an Oklahoman running around setting landmines on the Indian land.
Okay.
But it always gets
if there
worse.
is one, Tom Cole has made certain the Chickasaw Nation is prepared.
They are prepared. And these situations always get a little worse. Tom Cole's in a safe Republican district. He has, in the last 9 election cycles, in 4 of those cycles, his opponents have raised no money. The Chickasaw Nation put in $258,000 into his campaign fund, and Cole has been able to, through his campaign fund, hire his own private company who runs campaigns. Cole's campaign fund paid his own firm $224,000. And then Cole's private company has paid Cole, the sitting congressman, in his individual capacity, over $320,000.
Dizzying. That's one of my reactions. Adam, thank you so much for the work that you've done on this. OpenTheBooks.com. It's on our Facebook page. Great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Tucker.
Out of time. Happens every night. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m., the show that is the sworn enemy of lying, pomposity, smugness, and groupthink. Hannity's next. Have the best night.
I would like to recognize the great work of the nonpartisan group OpenTheBooks. that is working to put every dime the government spends online in real time to hold Washington accountable. The group issued a report on this very subject in March.
One group brought their research to us, alarmed at how federal agencies are rushing to spend money before they lose it. I'm told U.S. senators will address this next week. Here at the Pentagon, questions about how they're spending money on what some believe has very little to do with protecting the country.
I think taxpayers will be surprised at what some of the purchases are.
Adam Andrzejewski is with the group OpenTheBooks.com, which tracks government agency spending and says the Pentagon is just one of many federal agencies where spending surged in the final months of the budget year.
The Pentagon spent $4.6 million, they disclosed, on lobster tail and snow crab.
And it's happening not just at the Defense Department. They found an uptick in spending by many federal agencies in the final weeks of their budget year in an attempt to spend down their budgets so they can get the same money or more from Congress next year. In just the first week of September, they found $2.1 million spent on hotels, $1.6 million on charter air travel.
So this fiscal year is shaping up to be the biggest extravaganza of taxpayer waste ever.
Iowa Senator Joni Ernst listed the items of concern in this video, saying it's time to crack down.
$24,000 spent on candy bars and candy, foosball tables, games, fidget spinners. All of that was spent by, yes, your federal agencies.